Mnemonic devices. How are you today?
I am fabulous. I'm great.
It's great
Thank
to
you for
meet you.
having me.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Where are you located?
Right now, I am on my way to Toronto. In a RV trip. So we
Oh,
are from Albany to Toronto. Tomorrow, we're getting to Canada.
good for you.
And
Excellent.
I have a book event and I have an interview in 24, Channel 24 in Toronto.
Okay, very cool. I hear Toronto is beautiful. Have you been up there?
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
I need to make it up
yes.
that way. Well, I'm in the middle of America. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, okay. We were there like few months back.
Okay, excellent. Well, it's great to meet you. I'm looking forward to getting into your life as an author and everything that's led up to this point. So I would love to begin our conversation with one of the
Okay.
more tumultuous events we've all gone through, which was the pandemic. So about 4 years ago, we were trying to figure out where it was going to go, how long it was going to last. How did you make it through that time period, and how did it change the way that you do things now?
Well, the COVID actually helped me finish writing my book. So that it was a is writing this process of 12 years altogether. So those last 2 years were the years of the pandemic, which I loved because I was able to just stay put and write and and just finish my project. So I feel that because I'm retiree already from 2013, it didn't really affect me work-wise or income-wise, but it did affect me with the fact that I cannot go nowhere. I have to stay where I am. So that it was the only issue. And some people that I knew got sick. I got sick, but the pandemic helped you look at life in a different angle altogether.
Yeah, it certainly
So
does. So let's
yes.
let's get into your career before retirement, and I'm going to put you in front of a bunch of third grade students, and one of the kids is curious, it's career day, and they're like, "Hey, what do you do for a living? How would you explain what you did before retirement?"
Okay. What I did is I came to America in 1982, and I knew that my goal was very silly goal, but it was very clear. I wanted to be interviewed on Good Morning America.
Okay.
And in order for me to be interviewed on Good Morning America, I have to be worthy of the interview. So I had to find what can I do to get to be worthy of the interview. And in the book, you will see the path of a girl that come to America with nothing and making a life as a baby bedding designer. I had my own company in 1986. I launched a baby bedding line, and the idea was to celebrate nurseries. I think in the time it was because I did not have children and I really wanted to have children. So I was able to fantasize what will be my dream nursery,
Yeah.
which is totally different to what I used to see. But I had a vision of what I want. And with that vision, I went to my customers. And I think customers realize that when you are authentic about your passion and you want their room to be the best, they let me use my creativity and create nurseries that are changing the theme. I would go princess, I would go Wild West, I would go Hawaii theme, everything that they want, I will design for them. So I made it as a designer. I made it as an award-winning designer. And in that matter, I mean, that in that aspect, I really achieved a goal that I would have never have dreamed that is possible because I never thought that there is such a thing as designing baby bedding. Like
Yeah.
who does that job? That is such a, and so many people ask me, there is money in it? Can you make a living out of it? Well, yes, I do. I can. I did.
So
So
so take me back to, I know you were born in Tel Aviv. Take me back to your childhood and how did becoming a designer and an entrepreneur and now an author, how did all of these seeds get planted and grow into who you are today?
Well, you have to start with the fact that as a 4 years old, listened for the first time to a JFK inauguration speech, and I wanted him to be my father. And in my mind, he's married to Mama America. And we have to realize Israel in the 50s, I was born in 57, was very poor. We were very poor. We were not anything like we are today. So we used to get food from America. We used to get, I mean, apple and potatoes and dairy product from America. So for us, America was the dream. And I grew up with the dream, the Brady Bunch, Carole King, Levi's, anything that can be American, I want it. And I declared when I was maybe 10 that I will live in America and I have a house like the Brady Bunch and I will be kissed in English as if like, what is that? What is that what kind of a dream is that? But that was my dream. And I remember thinking that in order for me to live in America, I have to speak the language. And I taught myself to speak English from the television, Joe.
Wow.
I was listening to the television, the movies, what they say. Even though there was a translation, I listened to what they say. And I got myself to a direction that I have to get to America. I did not get a visa in 1981. I was denied a visa
Wow.
to America. And you have to realize visa to America is gold. You're able to get to America is gold 44 years ago. So finally in 82, I got a visa and I arrived to America, stopped in New York with a girlfriend that allowed me to sleep at her hotel room. She was a flight attendant. And the second dream what came to mind, Good Morning America, because I really believed America is Good Morning America. John London is the American dream for me at the time. You ask kids now, who is John London? Nobody knows who she is.
Yeah.
And what is Good Morning America? It's a good show, but it's not what it used to be in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the birth of morning variety shows. They were the front runners.
Front runners.
Was it Charles Grodin, or was it Charles Grodin? Was that?
I think David Artman was the co-host with
Okay,
her.
that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, do you still have dreams of getting on there?
I was already on it.
How did that all go down?
Okay, so what happened is I became a baby bedding designer and
Yeah.
at such a very famous one. And with my luck, John London, at age of 53, got married to a younger man and surrogacy, a twins with him. And I chose to be the designer for her
Wow.
nursery. And I met her in person and I told her that my dream to be on Good Morning America, by then she was not in the show already. It
Yeah.
was 2004. And she said, well, Nava, if you want to be on Good Morning America, just do something for them. They will love to have you. And I couldn't believe that it's true. I couldn't believe they would love to have me just if I do something. Yeah, do a nursery makeover, something. The makeover theme start very strong in 2004.
Yeah.
The extreme makeover was at the time very strong. So I got a PR agent, Allison, the same girl who got me to talk to you today.
Yeah.
And I told her, Allison, I have to be on Good Morning America. And she said, Nava, PR does not start with Good Morning America. I said, I want to start in Good Morning America. And she got me to Good Morning America. I made a makeover nursery for triplets in Flint, Michigan.
Wow. Wow.
And
So,
and then two boys and a girl, and to name the girl Nava.
wow. That's
So that
amazing.
is a dream. A dream come true that looks like a fiction, but it's true reality.
So what was it like? I mean, you dreamed about this your whole life. When the day came and the lights came on and you knew it was live, what was going through your mind?
I remember thinking that all my dreams seems like a fairy tale. I mean, like you want to be in Good Morning America, you want to live in America, you want to have a house with the stairs. All those dreams were like so far fetched from my reality at the time. Because coming to America with no education, no money, no language, no green card, no passport, no relative is so many no. But the only thing I had is me. And in America, if you're a good worker and you're an honest person and you do not do drugs, you do not do alcohol, you do not smoke, you do not do anything that are bad, and you are a good citizen, you can make it.
So
And you have
who's
some IQ that is more than two digit.
yeah, no, that helps. So I'm
Yes.
curious on going after these dreams that you've achieved and being highly successful, who has been that hero for you in your life?
I would say that I changed eras from time to time. So originally the era was JFK. He died. So then I went into another dream. I don't think that I have one person to say that was my hero. It was more of the picture that I wanted to have for my life. I don't have one person in my life that I said I admire to a point I want to be like her. I wanted to be like John London look wise. I grew my hair. I colored my hair. I came to America with short black hair, and I changed my look to look a little bit like her. I got a jackets. I grew my hair, and I liked her appearance, but I didn't admire anyone to a level that I said I want to be like them.
Yeah.
I would like to have her jacket. I would like to have her hair color, but not the whole package. The whole package, I knew it's me, and I'm unique to me. And I always believed I'm unique to me because many people looked at me as the odd person. I came across as the crazy one who predicts she will live in America and she will have a house with the stairs and for the time that I dreamed that dream, it sounded like so far-fetched and so unrealistic that I came across as the loony one that dreams dreams that will never happen. But I have a tray full of hats that I gave a lot of people to have because all of them were wrong and I achieved all those dreams.
So is there
And now
any
that dream
oh no, go ahead, I'm sorry.
And that dream of the book is on a way to my other dream.
Yeah.
My next dream is to make a TV series. And I go about that with a lot of people like, what do you know about television? What do you know about TV series? Why would your story will be a TV series? Why? Because it's a good story. It's a very good story.
Yeah.
I believe in that story, and I'm going to make a TV series out of it. And maybe you don't believe that I can. I will have as much help as I can from as many people as as they're willing to help me.
I would think at this point no one would have to doubt you. You've already lived these dreams. How could somebody
You will
doubt
be
that you would?
surprised, Joe. You will
Yeah,
be surprised.
wild.
Our people like you know somebody and you give him your book and he says, well, it has to be a bestseller by the New York Times before it become TV series. Well, it will never be a bestseller by New York Times because I'm a self-published, unknown person. It's never going to get there. Nobody, the New York Times will never write about me. However, they will hear about me.
Yeah. So moving on from Joan London, is there anybody today that you would love to meet and talk to?
Michelle Obama.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I would love to meet Michelle. She's my customer. I did her nursery.
Oh wow.
but I never met her in person. She was my customer through the store.
Yeah.
So they called me up and said, there is a lady who wants something. Can you help her? She's a senator wife. It was 97. And then when he won, my customer called me and she said, Nava, that's Michelle. You did the betting for her in 97. I said, oh, okay, good. So
Wow.
Michelle Obama is one lady that I would like to meet. I would like to meet a lot. There's a lot of people I would love to
Yeah.
meet. Robert Redford,
Yeah.
love Robert Redford. I would love to meet Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
I met Bette Midler already. She was my customer, so I know the type. But that is the type of characters that I like.
Yeah.
Bold, loud, not quiet.
Yeah.
The quiet people are not I like the bold people.
Absolutely. So, what is this drive for you? What has been the consistent drive? You come to America, you're successful, you live these dreams. What is it right now in 2024 that gets you out of bed every day to promote this book, to get a TV
Acknowledgement,
series?
acknowledgement, just to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
Right now, it's acknowledgement. It's not about the money because we all know how much it costs to put across a book with a PR campaign, with the RV wrapped with your book. But the RV wrapped in the book, it creates a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And I almost last week Ellison almost got me NBC Rockefeller Center to get the RV in the center. But it was just after what happened with Trump, so they did not go forward
Oh,
with
yeah.
the I with the show, so the segment. But I was almost there. But it's okay. I'm waiting. I waited 22 years for Good Morning America. My television series right now, it's in a writing process. I have two writers that read the book and giving me ideas of what the opening scene should be. I have a I have a contrast of stories. I had cancer. I am cancer survivor. I adopted my two boys in an open adoption. My son bar mitzvah, his birth mother came to the bar mitzvah with me. So we have a lot of nice stories, sad stories, but I am the kaleidoscope of life. This is what the series will be about, how life can be from both sides for all level and angles.
What's been one of your favorite fan letters that you've gotten from your book?
I seen that my mother was not as tough as yours. I love that. I got another letter that says, I would love to I regret not adopting. There was a woman that regret not adopting. I see the love for your kids, and I'm so sad that I did not adopt. Through the love of your kids in the book, I regret. And altogether, I'm now at a people home in a gardener in a yard of people that the lady is a reader of mine. She approached me on Facebook. We became friend. I told her I'm traveling with the RV and I'm coming from um, um, Boston to Toronto, and she said, "We are in Albany." Her husband is a professor, nuclear professor in the New York University, and so we are visiting them for one day, and it's through the book, the energy of my book. Caroline got me a good karma and a good energy.
That's wonderful.
And the reason it's called Caroline, it all began with Caroline. I was supposed to be born on the same day of Princess Caroline of Monaco.
Oh, wow.
And I
Interesting.
would love to meet her. By the
Yeah.
way, I would love to meet her
Yeah. So let me ask
because
you
we
this.
are 2 weeks apart.
Wow, that's amazing. So let me ask you this. Of all of these accomplishments and all of these things that you've done, coming to America, living your dreams, what are you the proudest of?
A little girl called Nava in Flint, Michigan. Yeah, I know. That's my claim to fame.
Yeah,
Nava in Flint, Michigan. Last week I went to the graduation of the high school. And now, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be there to visit with them in the backyard of our mother with my RV.
that's
So
wonderful.
Nava is a gift from the
Yeah,
universe and from Nava's design. And the fact that I was able to make a line that it was very unique There was no replacement to Nava's design in America after I closed the line, because in essence, Joe, no one was as crazy as me. No one.
Right.
And this is my claim to fame. I'm crazy. I love it. Just think that I'm crazy. I love it. Because when you're crazy, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. What, as an author, what was your favorite book growing up? What's the one that you love the most?
I know it's I like I read heavy books. I really read such heavy books. Ayn Rand. I mean, I wrote Tolstoy, I read Tolstoy, Dostoevsky. I read such a heavy books. But the one that I like is Goodbye Columbus.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Goodbye Columbus. Do you know that book, Philip
Yes,
Roth?
I do. Yeah.
And then the other one is The Arrangement.
Yeah.
Have you read Arrangement? The
I,
Arrangement?
I haven't, no.
Ila Kazan. Ila Kazan.
Okay. Okay. I'll have to do
So
it.
those are when I was teenager. Was
Yeah.
And then my favorite as a little older is A Woman of Substance of
Okay.
Barbara Taylor Bradford. She's an English author living in New York, and I met her in person in 2013. And I told her that I want to write a book. She said, "Write it, just write it. They're not going to read it from the drawer. They are not going to read it from from the drawer," which I'm happy to say that it's out, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of the book. Did you get to read it? Did you get a chance to?
I had the chance to kind of get into it. It takes me a little bit to wrap my head around it, but yeah, I'm getting through it.
I would love for you to read it because you will see that there is such a contradiction. It doesn't look like it's a heavy book.
Yeah.
It doesn't, but there's a lot of tips there about life.
Yeah.
Because I give the tip of the next. My belief is next. You can't, if something happened, okay, you have to go next. If you really move forward always, this is the only option, is only forward. There's nothing we can do about what happened. It's happened. So we should focus on what's going to happen, what's happening, and try to make the best out of it.
So let me ask you this. If you had a dream tonight, ran into the version of you before you came to America, and you could give that young version of you a piece of advice based on the wisdom you've gained in your life so far, what advice would you impart on that younger version of you?
Focus on what you want, very clear. Do not have abstract dream. Do not say, I would like to be a millionaire. That is abstract. I would like to be something. I would like to get to somewhere. I would like to run the Olympic. You have to be realistic in your dream, and to be realistic with your possibility to achieve it. I cannot be a ballerina. So there is no way I can dream of being a ballerina, but I can dream of being whatever I dreamed. And I'm a proof that if you dream realistic, even though it's far fetched from your life at the time, living in America, living in a house with the stairs, being kissed in English, and having beautiful American kids, it's not so big dream. It's a realistic dream. But from the point that I dreamed that, it was not realistic. It was far-fetched. But I prove it. I prove to everybody that if you stick to your dream, stay focused, do not let people say to you, "What do you know about television series?" Nava, come on. You already succeeded. You were a top-notch designer. You're an award-winning designer. You're retired. You live in Israel. You have a house in Tel Aviv. You have a house in Spain. Just enjoy your life. I enjoy my life dreaming. And my bucket of dreams is never, never empty. Never. The moment it will be empty, I'm going to be in the grave.
So everyone out there has a perception of you. You have all these people from your entrepreneurial standpoint, your readers, family, friends, but you run the show. What's your perception of you? Who do you think you are?
I am a contradiction of myself in many things. I look tough and I look harsh, but I'm a mush. But I know how to go between the contrast of my own self. I am. I need to like you. I need to really enjoy the time with you. But if you are my friend, I know you're very lucky. So, like, I came to these people yesterday, I never met them. And I said, the only condition is that I'm coming to stay at your yard. I'm not staying in your home and I'm cooking. And, like, what? Yeah, I'm cooking. So she said, okay. So I made stuffed pepper and we ate, all of us, we ate the stuffed pepper. And the people will not believe that I can cook, but I can cook. Okay. So I have another talent. I'm a photographer. I love photography. I like to make reels on Instagram. I like to play with creativity.
Yeah.
And I'm a virtual artist. And when you are, a lot of things will come to you and will make you, you will be enchanted with. I used to have craze to scrapbooking. I can't touch it now, but I used to love it. So it was creative. It was virtual art, another form of virtual art. I know that if I would have been an architect, I would have been a great one because I love to see the room empty and ending. And I've done few projects in my life to know that I did good, but
Yeah.
I never made money out of it. I didn't care for it that much. So I focused on making money on the things that the people can see. I designed for your nursery. You get a baby room. You pay me for it. I didn't want to be abstract. I didn't want to be a writer just to paint or do something that you cannot really touch the value. When you make a baby bedding set, there is a value to it. It's between 100 to 2,000, but you can't not define the value. You see the value in your product.
So it all began with Carolina's book. You're adapting it to a TV show at this point. If anyone wants to pick up the book, they want to learn more about you, reach out. Any of the good business, where can they go?
On Amazon, Walmart, Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
It's available on all three of those sites.
Excellent. Nava,
Yes.
this is wonderful. I love your spirit. I love the fierceness. Keep doing it. I can't wait to see the show on TV.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed
Yes,
it very much.
it was wonderful.